Just a warrior song. I'm just a warrior song. What a warrior, how you mean? We say, peace time, war this evening. Yin yang, changing and creeping, no time for sleeping. My heart is heavy and deep, on the hustle like me. Your sound with my charm goes deep, yeah. And my people, they shine, they got their street sense. Now we always on time, don't need no pretense. My shine is bigger than the east and the dime, bring it back. On the polish of the peace comes out. Oh, need me, bass on the rhythm, hearts beating, a spark at night, the summer's leaving. Hits me with the scent of the breeze, architect with the keys, skylark with the natty dresses, yeah. With the nickel guns, come when I wanna bust guns, and I run when I come, I'm a warrior. With my back to the sun when they rise, and the one shows me the day. With the nickel guns, come when I wanna bust guns, and I run when I come, warrior. Got my back to the sun when they rise, and the one shows me the day.
You take a walk, you take a run, you take a ride, you can even take a swim. Recognize you're running on the treadmill, looking like you're going in. We love your style, we love your swag, we love your shape, we love your shit. How you work it, how you work it, how you turn up on your twist. Love your shape is like a gift, but your son sacred, and you have to cherish it. That is real and priceless. I'm your blessing, from your get it, and we love how you are set it solid. First time we check it, we just can't forget it. Cause you're good in your shape, and you stand up to it in a good place, and your future's looking good. So big up on the girl, no go watch him and keep them body in a trip. I'm in love with the shape of aerobics and Zumba, I keep the swing, you keep your body moving. I'm in love with the shape of you take a walk, you take a run, you take a ride, you can even take a swim. I'm in love with the shape of regular, you're running on the treadmill, it's looking like you're going in. I'm in love with the shape of some of them sit it up, some of them lift it up, some of them press it up, working on them stomach, summertime is coming up, you need to eat your good food, vitamins and your calorie, eat your vegetables and drink up your smoothie, you want overweight, but look how you lose it, they used to try and profit, though you're bad and you're bougie aerobics, you got to control it, then ride the circuit, cause you know you're worth it, bim, big up them girls, so go watch him and do them thing and keep them body in a trip. Aerobics and Zumba, I give it a swing and keep your body moving. Aerobics and Zumba, I give it a swing and keep your body moving. Aerobics and Zumba, I give it a swing and keep your body moving.
I was queen of the bongo, Papa was king of the Congo. Deep down in the jungle, I started banging my first bongo. Every monkey like you, baby, in my place, instead of Nichols, I'm the king of bongo, baby, I'm the king of bongo. I went to the big town where there is a lot of sound. From the jungle to the city, looking for a bigger crown. So I play hard, for the people of the city, but they don't go crazy when I'm banging the bongo, I'm the
Aerobics and Zumba, I give it a swing and keep your aerobics and Zumba, I give it a swing and keep your aerobics and Zumba, I give it a swing and keep your aerobics and Zumba, I give it a swing and keep your aerobics and Zumba, 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 aerobics, 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 aerobics.
You never know the gangster, me say them in a jungle. Well, you never know the article, me say them in a jungle. Well, you never know shy effects, man, big in a jungle. Well, you never know you can watch it, big in a jungle. We tell everybody, watch it now, man. Me a the nutter, original man, man, nutter, original man, nutter, original man, nutter, original man. Me a the nutter, me better than the bad boy, 'cause it a fear. Lock up the jet where you got sky water. In a one school, them call me troublemaker. Better than the predator and the dominator. Better than the garden and the dandada. So out of your thing, you ain't quite butter. I tell you, say your flex man, not a show the father. Divi, we tell you what, me ball. And in the world, sing like na no. And in the world, sing like na no. And in the world, sing like na no. No. Bad boys in a London, rude boys in a England, bad boys in a Jamaica, rude boys in a Kingston. Watch out, you never know the gangster, me say them in a jungle. Well, you never know the article, me say them in a jungle. Well, you never know shy effects, man, big in a jungle. Well, you never know you can watch you rule the jungle.
This is Ocean Extra, in lockdown, broadcasting across Tor Bay.
We at Ocean Youth stand with all black and people of colour in these horrific times. It saddens and horrifies us. We stand for the protests that are peaceful. We stand for calling out racism, and we stand with all people faced by it. We stand against the mistreatment and wrongful killing of George Floyd and all black and people of colour whose lives have been robbed from them. We stand against police brutality. In these times we must change and grow, learn more and become better. We as a radio station embed inclusivity in all of our practice. We will continue to use our platforms as a place to celebrate diversity and strive for equality in all communities. This week's show for Ocean Extra will dedicate it entirely to all black and people of colour artists. We cannot change the past, but we can change the future. From Ocean Youth and Sound Communities, we stand with you.
Daddy, how come there's no dolls that look like me in the shop?
My daughter, she a princess. The world ain't slaughtering her skin yet. These Kanye's have not become important to the Kims yet. But when she gets older, they'll be brothers same colour as a papa who would not be showing any sort of interest. Disrespecting women who remind them of their mothers. Disrespecting women who remind them of their sisters. Disrespecting women who remind them of their cousins. Everyone's entitled to their own taste, but every time you pricks make a statement, I can find a rival in my own race. I love all types of women. Variety is okay. Our society will throw shade, so tell me who's fighting for the sisters then. when the wrong brothers keep on dissing them. Try and picture Justin as a little one. Daddy was around, but I was raised by the women them. Nan, aunts, mommy, black woman significance. So off you and your ignorance. When I was young, I had a shanty on my wall, and there was pictures of my family in my front room with certificates. University graduates and good citizens. Baby, keep doing you. Don't let the world ruin you. No matter what they say, you are beautiful. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, and we don't know who is who. Who were they to slew when they slewing you?
Keep you golden, so golden. I need you golden, so golden. I can cry those tears for you again, but just know that I'll be there for you to keep you golden. And they say sticks don't break no bones, but the words might still hit home. Broke our backs on concrete stones. Look at all these seeds I sowed to keep you golden, so golden, so golden, so golden. I need you golden, so golden, so golden, so golden. Black rose.
When you was doing light skin versus dark skin, someone's doing white skin versus our skin, divided and conquered, living but slightly unconscious, killing each other over minor. Do I define a monster? Cause my knife is longer. My left is weak, but my right is stronger. What I really mean is my right is stronger. Should I wife a Kate or should I wife a Rhonda? I don't mind either genre. Brothers back home using cake soap. I'm only caked up cause I make dough. But you were trying to stay afloat in the same boat. But I'm trying to be the goat, not the scapegoat. Are you aware of who I am? There's something called opinions and I really can't escape those. He's black and he's ugly. Nah, I'm black and I'm lovely. Only God can judge me. This one's for my brothers that are lonely, obstinate. Coming home from school when your shadow's your only company. Really, I'm from Africa, but I don't know the country. I'm a lost man. Where the hell are my locks at? Got me looking at a dayashiki like what's that? And still I'm Jan, go to you houses again. I get even with the Stevens in combat.
You golden, so golden, so golden, so golden. I need you golden, so golden, so golden, so golden. I can cry those tears for you again, but just know that I'll be there for you to keep you golden.
So, welcome to Ocean Extra in lockdown. Again, I've lost track of what week it is. I think we're week, maybe, I don't know, 9, 10, something like that. Anyway, we're still plodding on. Sorry if you missed us last week. It's half term, so I thought I'd give all our young people a week off. Although they've had about 10 weeks off anyway. Still, welcome back. And as we started off with the show, this is a different type of show this week. With everything that's going on, we felt it was important that we linked in with World Matters, really, and everything that's going on sort of across the world at the moment. And this one really is focused on the theme of Black Lives Matter. Ricardo, you with us? Oh, here we go. Remember, guys, this is live radio. So,
hello.
Here he is. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm fine. The weather's changed, but it's okay, isn't it? It's not too bad. It was too hot.
I'm in winter jumpers.
Yeah, so
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it's you have to, all those clothes you put in the loft because you thought summer's here. You've had to get them back out again, haven't you?
Yeah, I have been buying shorts, which, as we know, I don't do. It's been great. I've actually loved wearing shorts,
wow.
Which is, I love it because it's a tricky one. Shorts are a tricky one, I found personally.
So, this week's show and the theme of sort of Black Lives Matter, you wrote that statement that we read out at the beginning of the show. and tell us what's your thoughts on everything that's going on at the moment, and why do you think it's so important that we use radio as a platform to talk about this topic?
So yeah, I did write the statement. I think the reason why this is so important is every platform is necessary. Such a message like this, where it is Black lives are being innocently killed, and everybody has to speak about this. Everybody has to take this on and speak about it. This is brilliant. I'm seeing so much being spoke about it. Every platform is necessary, and we do have a big platform. We have a very wide reach, and it's perfect that we can share this. We can support lots of Black and people of colour artists today in this show. I think as well, with this whole conversation going on, personally as a person of colour, I found it overwhelming, to say the least. There's so much stuff, so much information. This is the one time I've heard so many Black voices. It's amazing, it's beautiful. I've learnt more myself. I've never felt prouder to be in a community which is fighting for themselves and talking about the issues, and I just think it's brilliant, and we've got to use every platform possible, so I'm really glad we're doing it.
Agreed. So for this show we're going to be focusing on music that is from Black people or from people of colour. So unfortunately it doesn't look like Jason or Corporal Carnage, he's not called Corporal Carnage anymore, it's DJ Weapon, isn't it? Or also known as Dan, won't be joining us either, but we'll still have Gabe joining us, and we've got Jack joining us as well. Plus we've got a special guest. We've got another interview. It went quite well 2 weeks ago as part of our Be Creative at Home festival thingy, didn't it? So we had a couple of guests. So we thought we'd drag a guest in this week as well. So we've got Liam. He's not called Liam. Bowsy, I think is the rap name that we've got to go by.
Okay.
So
Bowsy.
Yeah, perhaps we'll ask him around pronunciation of that. But
yeah,
he should be joining us very shortly as well. Jason did give us a song to play, and I think it's a really good track to pick up the show as well. Yeah, indeed. So should we play that one? Then we're going to try and get Liam on, have a chat to Liam, listen to some of his Bowsy, have a listen to some of his music, and go from there. So Jason has picked for us a great track, an old track, and this is Bob Marley with Get Up, Stand Up.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Preacher man, don't tell me heaven is under the earth. I know you don't know what life is really worth. It's not all that glitter is gold. Half the story had never been told. So now you see the light. Hey, stand up for your right. Come on, get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Most people think
sick and tired of your ism, schism game, dine and go to heaven in Jesus' name, Lord. We know and we understand. Almighty God is a living man. You can fool some people sometimes, but you can't fool all the people all the time. So now we see the light. We gonna stand up for a right. So you better get up, stand up in the morning. Give it up, stand up for your right. Stand up right now. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Don't give it up, don't give it up. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight.
All right, so welcome back. That was a bit of Bob Marley. Great choice there by Jace. Quite adequate for what's going on at the moment, don't you think, Ricardo?
Yeah, a very poignant song. It's crazy because I think all of our presenters, you know, they're bringing in these great songs and they were written so many years ago and they're still really, really prominent and they are fitting now. And I think that's terrible, but it means there is a lot of music going around that is now being streamed loads. All in this time.
Exactly. It's a good choice there from Jace. We still haven't got a DJ name for Jason, so we're waiting on a DJ name for Jason. Now, all being well, we should have Bowsy joining us slowly. The good old Zoom.
I'm gonna have to ask him about his name.
Yeah, he's in the Zoom waiting room at the moment, waiting to zoom into the conversation. So, just a little bit of context. So we started working with Bowsy at our Ocean Youth Studios back in, it must have been January or sometime like that. It was cold and it was wet, I know that. So, and he recorded a couple of tracks with us. So we've been in touch and we felt that it'd be great if we could get him on the show. He's currently zooming into the room. Hopefully he should be here with us in a moment. Bowsy, can you hear us? It's always technical issues. Remember, this is live radio, what we're doing. Here he is, connecting to audio. Should be with us any moment. It's slow. It's whirring. It's whirring slow. We can see him. Bowsy, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Great, excellent. We can hear you. We could do a bit more volume on you. This is live radio, folks. This is what goes on live radio. Not only, I'd say this every week, it's live radio, but it's also remotely. So we're checking in with all our young people across Torbay remotely, and that's why it's always a challenge. But we like to push ourselves. We should be going out on Facebook and YouTube if they haven't taken us down already, as well. So if you're watching, I know PT from the Youth Service or the Youth Trust as it is now is tuned in. So big shout out to PT. Bowsy, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Yeah,
that's clearer. How you doing?
Good. That took a bit of a struggle. My PC's being a bit slow.
It's okay. That's sort of what we're used to in these times. We're relying on technology so much. How have you been coping during lockdown?
Not bad. I haven't been doing a lot, to be honest. Normally I'll just sleep. But when I am awake, I like to be productive and get on trying to do music on Soundtrap and getting out on my bike quite a lot.
Good. So you've been keeping busy and exercise and being creative, making good use of your time during lockdown, of course. So thanks for joining us. Ricardo's going to fire some questions at you, and we're going to play a couple of your tracks as well. Cool. Ricardo, fire away.
Right. First, yes, thank you for coming on the show. Let's just work this out. Is your name pronounced Bowsy? What's the pronunciation for it?
Bowsy.
Okay.
It's like my second name, but with a little bit of a twist.
I was going to say, where did the name come from? So second name, bit of a twist.
Yeah. Like my second name's Bowles, Liam Bowles. And then like my mates just sort of came up with a name Bowsy. And then I was like, you know what? I'm sticking with it.
Nice. I like that. So we spoke already a little bit about kind of what you've been doing in lockdown, this whole coronavirus. I want to really go into a bit of the specifics. So how has this lockdown truly affected your music? Has it made you focus on certain aspects in is it singing or rapping? What lyrics or what aspects are you really focusing on now?
Well, I'm trying to make beats because obviously you can't use any beat off the internet. You've got to get free for profit or something. So I thought the easiest way would be to learn. I'm only using Soundtrap. It's an online music maker, but no, I think lockdown is pushing me to make more music and at least try, because now that I know that I'm going to a music college in September, it could be my life.
Yeah.
It's only come in the past couple of years. I sort of thought a couple months ago that, wait, I could actually do this full time.
Yeah, what's that like, that thought, when it finally hits you, I could actually do this full time? What is that like? What?
I've just got to kind of not get too excited. I've got to keep it humble, if that's the word. Because you're living your normal life when you're younger and you're not really thinking. And now I've sort of thought about it, and you're looking at all these big artists and you just think, wait, that could actually be me. Do anything. And it sort of just opened my eyes a lot and pushing me to make more music.
Yeah, it's a mad thought. That's exciting. It's an exciting time. You just spoke a little bit about being humble. I have listened to, I think, one of your songs that was shared with me. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
And I was trying to pick up on certain little lyrics and really listen in, because when I was listening to it, you speak a lot about your own personal experience, what you want to do with your life. What I really liked about it is you don't glamorize anything or pretend to speak about something you maybe don't know about just because it's like a trend to speak about in the industry. Why is it so important for you to just be the full 100% honest? I'm not going to glamorize things.
Because I don't want to put something out there that I've had no experience in. I want to make music that can inspire people, make people happy. Bugsy Malone is one of my biggest inspirations. If his music wasn't a thing, I don't think I'd be doing music today. But no, what's the point in saying something if you don't know what you're talking about?
Yeah.
And it's not yourself. So be yourself and you get further.
Yeah, totally agree. So Bugsy Malone, big inspiration. What certain songs that have impacted your life from him?
Moving, that was a good one. The three that I think it's chapter 2, section 8, when he got sent to prison, he did Face and Time, Beauty and the Beast, and also there's one more, I Suggest. And those three, they all link up, and it's just insane how he's come from nothing, being 13, 14 years old, homeless, and now he's a millionaire, and he's got his own house. It's just insane.
Yeah, that is really, truly insane. I want to ask another question. Where to next? What are you hoping to produce in a few months, a year or something time?
In a year, I could aim for an album.
Yeah.
Possibility. But at the minute, I'm just going to make a track by track, get hopefully a good enough fan base building up, and just inspire more people, get more people listening to my music.
Yeah, I mean, I think my last question I want to ask you was, so roughly, if you'd say, how long does it take you for you to come up with a track idea, maybe try and create a beat or something, whack on some lyrics to it? How long does it take for you?
Beat, I've only ever made one beat that I actually like,
Okay.
and it's only 1 minute 35. So that's a slow process. Lyrics, depending on what the beat is and depending on how my head is at that moment in time, like say something emotional has just happened, I couldn't then go and write all my lyrics down. I'd have to give it time, and I have writer's block a lot of the time. I'm staring at a blank page and I'm just trying to think of something to write, just listening to the same beat over and over again. But once you've got that sort of 10-minute, 15-minute brainstorm, I can just write a full song the whole way through and then perfect it later on at a later date.
Brilliant.
So,
this is great.
Good stuff. Cheers for that, Ballsy. Is that, am I saying it right? Ballsy. Okay, right. I got to get it right. We're gonna play 2 of your tracks. Which one should we've got the one that you recorded with us. Well, you recorded 2 with us, didn't you? So we got the one that we recorded that we shared a lot with the image, and we've got the other one inspired by you. Which one would you like to play first?
Do the Inspired by You.
Okay,
that's probably my favourite.
So tell us why you sort of came up with this track. Actually, tell us afterwards. Let's take a listen first, okay?
True hippie.
I told them I wanna be inspired by you. Don't wanna see you smoking weed. I've told you that you can roll with G's, but don't wanna see no green coming out of a zoo. My life is clean. Focus on that bike stuff now. Hope to get seen. That's right. No trees. Still with my G's. Peak for the man that are druggies. That's not me. That's not the life that I wanna live. I just wanna learn, live, love. See, that's me. Not a druggie. I'm messing my life around. That is Pete. I want a house with 3 cars. All that rich stuff. See, that's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. That's me. I got a house by the beach. It's sick. I can look at all the seas, all the birds flying around. I don't want no crown. Just want a nice house, family, and people not to let down. Now get back to the beat in the chorus and turn it up loud. I said I wanna be inspired by you. Come on, man, get your head straight through. Inspiration is a mad thing. You just need to let it come to you. But how can you do that when you're constantly off your head on that zoo? You need to inspire me. Don't go smoking all that green weed on the street with my bro. You smoke too much, now your throat is no. Come back to the beat, come back to the song. Don't apologize to me, say sorry to your mom.
True hippie.
Alright, so there we go. There was Ballsy, with Inspired by You. As we do all this little techie bits and pieces.
Great track.
Yeah, good stuff.
It's great.
I'm just going to unmute you, Ballsy, I think. And then you should be able to join us again. Here we are, you're back in the Zoom. So, that track, tell us a little bit about where you got the ideas from for writing those lyrics.
I did things in my past which I'm not proud of. And I sort of just wanted to make a song as if I'm talking to them as my mate or someone that I know, saying that don't go doing this, don't doing that, and then I'm telling them where I've gone with it and saying that I'm doing all the bike stuff that I want to do now, and I'm obviously doing the music. I know it just came up really. I was just thinking, like, I don't want people to have to like rely on drugs and that in life, because it is a big thing and it is a lot of things that young kids get involved with. But I kind of just thought, well, let me speak to them as if they're my mate, and it might have a bit more sort of connection rather than just saying don't do this and don't do that.
Yeah, that sort of comes through actually. So in terms of using music to, I don't know, to express emotions or feelings, is that something you frequently do? I mean, what does music mean to you and writing lyrics?
When I'm, I don't know, bit of a hard question.
Is it something you always go to if you're sort of feeling like frustrated about something?
Yeah.
Or...
If I'm in a mood, I will put my headphones on and just listen to music. If I'm feeling productive and I'm doing something productive, I will listen to Bugsy Malone. That is my go-to. But I mean, music's only come around the past couple of months. As I said, I never thought of doing it seriously, but now I am. I'm just gonna go all in. Sorry, I've taken the context out of this question.
No, it's fine. It's good. It's good to understand sort of the background to it, really, I suppose. So you got into music college, right? So when's that starting?
Yeah, September.
So what was it like learning that? Because you are what, year 11, I take it at the moment, or you're meant to be, are you?
I'm year 11, but
Okay.
I'll be going into year 12 at college.
So all your GCSEs have been scrapped?
Yeah, pretty much.
Are you happy about that?
A little bit.
Yeah, I thought you might be. And then you found out that you're going to music college, which must be a real relief, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll be able to pick it up more, yeah?
It's because sort of I think this is going to be a bit better for me as well, because I've never been able to behave in schools. That's always been an ongoing problem. Now that I'm doing something that I want to be doing and we have a bit more freedom, I think it's going to just benefit me so much. And it's something that I can do all the time. Like, we can book a studio out after college, and I could just sit there on my own or with my mate and just work on one song and get a whole song done.
Good attitude, good work ethic.
Really good.
So what will be important though is, as we're getting our new studios renovated and built at the moment, we're getting brand new studios put into that space that you came to.
Yeah.
Don't be a stranger. You've got to come and visit us, do some more live stuff for us maybe, and a few more recordings with us over in Paynton and Winner Street, yeah?
100%.
Okay, great. So, Ballsy, did I pronounce it right that time?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you for joining us.
No problem. Thank you for having
We're
me.
going to play your final track now. I'll let you introduce it and then we'll play it. And yeah.
Which one is it?
So it's the one that we shared on the internet lots. And there's a picture of you in front of the Ocean Youth logo.
Okay, yeah.
I think it was quite an emotional track. You happy for us to play it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'll let you introduce it.
The song is called Love You Mum. It was written for my mum, who sadly passed away to cancer 3 years ago, 2017. But yeah, I hope you like it.
Ballsy, nice one. Thanks for joining us. Speak to you soon. Don't be a stranger.
Speak to you soon.
Take it easy.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
When I was 8 years old, my mum had that shit called cancer. She went on and lived life like a true survivor. I had no idea what was going through her mind. All I knew was that she had time. Then came 2014, she got that ish again. I had an understanding more than I did back then. I realised how shit it was and thought my heart was dead. Then one day my mum told me to come sit on her bed. She whispers in my ear, I love you son. I reply, I love you too mum. Then 2 years later in 2016 my mum came crying to us. These we realised something bad was up, and it may not be manly to scream, but I was crying my eyes out, just couldn't keep it in. She told us the cancer had come back, so we tried to make some banter out of this crap. Ish went down, started smoking, thought I was proper whack. She whispers in my ear, I love you son. I reply. Later on in 2017 on the 9th of January, she passed away silently, which left us teens crying ourselves to sleep. Christmas sucked, it brings back bad memories. Me and my sister, our lives have been off. She loved me. Told us the cancer had come back, so we tried to make some banter out of this crap. Ish went down, started smoking, thought I was proper whack. Later on in 2017 on the 9th of January, She passed away silently, which left us teens crying ourselves to sleep. Christmas sucked, it brings back bad memories. Me and my sister laughed off. She loved me.
Alright, so welcome back to Ocean Extra in Lockdown. Thank you to Bowlsy there for joining us and sharing that 2 tracks with us, and a nice interview as well. Ricardo, you back in the Zoom, back in the room?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
That was great.
Good stuff.
I mean, really put your heart on the line, you know, that was really raw.
Yeah, it's so I remember when he recorded that track with us at the studios, and it was like, whoa, it's powerful stuff. So
yeah, I was gonna say, what's the atmosphere?
Yeah, I mean, it sort of took our breath away a little bit, I guess. But yeah, awesome track. So let's we're waiting for Gabe to join us. So Gabe should be joining us very shortly, all being well. He's picked a song, so we could jump straight into the song, I think. What do you reckon, Ricardo?
I say jump straight into the song. We'll have a chat with him after, talk to him about the song and see how he's been doing this week.
Okay, good thinking, man. I like it when someone's got direction. Right, okay, so Gabe's picked for us Kerri Chandler, and this is Oblivion.
I see that you must be lying to the music, trying to be that big fish in a little pond. I see you must be lost in the oblivion. House music is a true music. You can't lie to house music. You find yourself wondering. Now you're lost in your own hype, in the oblivion. Trying to be that big fish in a little pond. You must be lost, thinking you're some kind of hero. Pushing on your own hype, believing in your own hype. You must be lost. You must be lost in the oblivion. Thinking you're some kind of demigod or prophet.
Right, my technical fadings aren't going very well today. All the technical side of things are not as smooth as I'd like them to be. But it doesn't matter, because we're joined by Gabe now. Gabe, how you doing? Might have to unmute you. That's my fault. Oh, people might not even be able to hear me. Hello.
Hello.
Gabe. Gabe, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay, thank you. I've got a bit of a migraine today, so sorry if I'm a bit slow, but yeah, apart from that, all's good.
That's okay. We'll take it easy. We'll take it easy on you. How's the last couple of weeks been then?
Yeah, they've been okay, I think. Yeah, glad to hear that lockdown sort of easing out. So yeah, good to gonna see some mates in a few days and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, obviously the news recently hasn't been good. But yeah,
it's been a bit of a mixed situation really across the board, hasn't it? I think yeah. So did you hear the interview that we just did with Ballsy there?
I did, yeah. Really good interview.
So he's going to be joining you at your music college at DBS next year. So he was lucky enough to get a place. So yeah, you could bump into each other.
A lot of potential, I think. Good from what I heard. Yeah, really good tracks, especially for the fact that he hasn't attended like a music college yet. So yeah, a lot of future potential.
Definitely. So you picked a track for us. We just played it. Who was it? It was Kerry Chandler, right?
Yeah, it was Kerry Chandler, Oblivion. I think in terms of going with like the sort of Black Lives Matter theme, obviously I produce electronic music, a lot of house music, and that all originated in the black communities in America, places like Chicago, Detroit. Kerry Chandler, I think this isn't 100% true, but I think he's from Detroit, I think. So
he sounds like one of those Detroit techno DJs, doesn't he? Not a lot of people know that though, but you obviously know it. And yeah, you're right. House music all came from sort of Detroit and Chicago. Yeah, Theo Parrish, people like that, all those guys sort of back in those days. So on the older 1210s, mixing house records and for parties up in New York as well. So yeah, and yeah, it was a really good song choice. So thanks for that. How's college life? Or are you doing college work still?
Not really. It's sort of all eased out, I think. They're going to take it, obviously I do a BTEC course, so the coursework that we've done, they're going to sort of take that and give us a assess grade on that. But apart from that, there's not much work left, so quite happy about that.
Good. So have you been enjoying the hot weather that we had last week? Were you out on your paddleboard or you're a paddleboarder, man, right?
I'm a paddleboarder, yeah. My board actually broke last year, so I'm hoping to get a new one in the next few weeks, and then I'll be able to enjoy the weather a lot more. But yeah, it's been really nice.
It wasn't a blow-up board, was it?
A blow-up one?
Well, an inflatable paddleboard.
Yeah, it was an inflatable.
It didn't just pop while you're out at sea, did it?
No. I'm not sure how it popped, to be honest. But yeah, luckily it didn't pop while I was out at sea.
I would what is the trick to paddleboarding? Because I see everybody do it, and what's the trick?
The trick?
Yeah, because I don't get how everybody stays up.
Once you're on it, the board is actually quite wide. So, let me think. Do you remember those things at like old sort of playgrounds, like in parks, where you used to stand on it and it would tilt from side to side?
Oh, I loved those. They were brilliant.
If you can stand on one of them, you can stand on a paddleboard.
There you go. Oh. So you get down the park, I'll be down the park testing myself out, see if I can stand on one of those boards. To be honest, my father-in-law has one, and he's a big chap, not like big like that sort of thing, but like big, tall sort of, and he can paddleboard. So I reckon it's fairly fairly straightforward. I've had my first dip in the sea as well. Quite proud
How
of
did
that.
it go?
Yeah, really nice actually. Really nice. You guys been dipping?
I
No.
would be, yeah.
No. Come on, it was like.
I chilled in the park. That was very nice though in the sun.
Okay.
But I haven't dipped in the sea yet.
Come on, we live by the sea. We're lucky. You got to get down
Was
there.
How was the water?
It
Was it cold or?
I thought it was okay actually. We went to Teignmouth. We went swimming at Teignmouth, so it's quite sandy there and it's quite shallow, so the water was quite warm. But I think it was 9:30 in the morning as well. So I'm not.
Well, it's very early.
I didn't wait for it to be warmed up or anything. Just straight in there. I was straight in. Yeah. So well, Gabe, we're not going to do a DJ mix this week. Technically, I've decided that I am going to leave it for this week. We may do one next week. We'll see how we get on. Is there any other tracks we could play? I mean, we've got a track that was given to us by Dan, Corporal Carnage. So we could play that one. I think this is a lovely track.
Yeah.
Really nice track. I remember when this came out, shot up the charts and stayed there for a long time, I think. So let's play this one. This is the Black Eyed Peas, and then Where Is the Love on Ocean Extra in lockdown as part of our Black Lives Matter special.
What's wrong with the world, mama? People living like they ain't got no mamas. I think the whole world's addicted to the drama, only attracted to things that'll bring the trauma. Overseas, yeah, we trying to stop terrorism, but we still got terrorists here living in the USA, the big CIA, the Bloods and the Crips and the KKK. But if you only have love for your own race, then you only leave space to discriminate, and to discriminate only generates hate. And when you hate, then you're bound to get irate. Yeah, madness is what you demonstrate, and that's exactly how anger works and operates. Man, you gotta have love just to set it straight. Take control of your mind and meditate. Let your soul gravitate to the love, y'all.
People killing, people dying, children hurt and you hear them crying. When you practice what you preach and what you turn the other cheek. Father, 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 help us. Send some guidance from above. These people got me questioning. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love?
It just ain't the same, always new change. New days are strange, is the world insane? If love and peace is so strong, why are the pieces of love that don't belong? Nations dropping bombs, chemical gases filling lungs of little ones with ongoing suffering as the youth are young. So ask yourself, is the loving really gone? So I could ask myself, really what is going wrong in this world that we living in? People keep on giving in, making wrong decisions, only visions of them dividends. Not respecting each other, denying thy brother. A war's going on, but the reason's undercover. The truth is kept secret, it's swept under the rug. If you never know truth, then you never know love. What's the love, y'all? Come on, I don't know. What's the truth, y'all? Come on, I don't know. What's the love, y'all?
People killing, people dying, children hurt and you hear them crying. When you practice what you preach and what you turn the other cheek. Father, 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 help us. Send some guidance from above. These people got me questioning. Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love?
I feel the weight of the world on my shoulder. As I'm getting older, your people get colder. Most of us only care about money making. Selfishness got us following the wrong direction. Wrong information always shown by the media. Negative images is the main criteria. Infecting the young minds faster than bacteria. Kids wanna act like what they see in the cinema. Yeah. Whatever happened to the values of humanity? Whatever happened to the fairness and equality? Instead of spreading love, we're spreading animosity. Lack of understanding leading us away from unity. That's the reason why sometimes I'm feeling under. That's the reason why sometimes I'm feeling down. It's no wonder why sometimes I'm feeling under. Gotta keep my faith alive till love is found. Now ask yourself, where is the love? Where is the love? Where is the love?
Father, 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 help us and some guidance from above. 'Cause people got me questioning, where is the love?
Sing with me, y'all. One world, one world. We only got one world, one world. That's all we got. One world, one world. And something's wrong with it. Something's wrong with it. Something's wrong with the world. Yeah, we only got one world, one world. That's all we got. One world.
All right, welcome back. This is Ocean. This is Ocean Extra, live in lockdown with our Black Lives Matter special. Ricardo, Gabe, you back in the room?
Hello. What a tune!
Isn't it nice? Isn't it nice sometimes? I know it's a bit poppy for Ocean Extra, but it's all about the message, right?
Yeah, it's so funny because that is one song I listened to repeatedly as a child, and I found like the CDs that I used to listen to as a child, and no wonder now R&B is what I like, because oh my gosh, we've got R&B collection.
Oh, nice. What's on there then? What's on there? Give us some examples. Yeah.
A bit of classic Snoop Dogg,
yeah.
Soulja Boy, 50 Cent, Timbaland,
yeah.
Rihanna.
Yeah, lovely. Some nice tracks.
702, Akon, Nelly, Neo.
Lovely stuff.
We then have Rihanna 1, 2, and 3.
3 Rihannas. Okay, good.
And we have lovely Alicia Keys and the classic, the London hip hop group Big Brothers.
Oh, Big Brothers. Now, was that Lisa Left Eye Lopez or someone like that? Was that?
It was.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So yeah.
Right. Here's a question for you then. If you like your R&B so much, what does R&B stand for?
Oh no.
I think
Gabe, do you know this?
I think so.
Let's have a guess from Ricardo.
Right, no.
Obviously the bit stands for and. So what does the R and the B stand for?
I said, why is it in my head? I said reggae and bass. It's not that.
Reggae and bass. Okay, good.
Reggae and bass.
What is it, Gabe? Do you know the answer?
I think it's rhythm and blues.
It is rhythm and blues. It's rhythm and blues. R&B is rhythm and blues. And I don't know if they taught you this at music college, Gabe, but blues music is your typical sort of 4/4 rhythm, and the 12-bar blues obviously is what has influenced pop music and house music and rock music and hip hop and every sort of popular music that we listen to nowadays. And then if you think about where the blues came from, that was the slave trade as well, and the slaves in America who used to sing the blues, and that sort of has basically transcribed into popular music as we know it today. So it all stems back from the blues music. So there we go. Fun fact, in case you guys didn't know that. But there we are. Fits in with our sort of Black Lives Matter theme as well.
Yeah, all about the education and learning more.
Yeah, I can always educate. So, how's your migraine, Gabe?
Yeah, not getting better, but yeah.
I'm sure it doesn't.
Fine.
Probably doesn't help staring at a Zoom screen either, does it?
Oh, it's fine. Nah, mine are more like motion sensitive and stuff. So as long as I'm not too moving about too much, then
you're okay. Yeah. Good. Right. So we're gonna wait for Jack. Should be joining us very shortly. Now that he's heard me say that, Jack should magically appear in the Zoom room.
Zoom in.
Go through all these sort of weird internet world to enter the Zoom room, Jack. So what are we going to do when all this is over, all this lockdown business is over? What are the plans Well, I mean, you know, not for you guys individually, but what for Ocean Youth and Ocean Extra? What should we do?
I mean, my thinking is we tried to do Ocean Extra before fully live. Hello, Jack.
Hello, Jack. You can chip in on this question. Oh, he's gone again, Jack. Jack's back again.
Right.
Jack, I'm throwing a question out to the three of you. What are we going to do with this whole Ocean Extra thing once lockdown is sort of totally lifted and we're COVID free or whatever we're aiming to get to? Ricardo, you are halfway through.
I say we keep it through Zoom because I'm not going to lie. This is let's be real. This is slightly easier than all of us trying to come together for a whole one evening.
Ricardo's too lazy to go to the studio, but I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, but come on, guys. Technically, this is quite demanding of me. I mean, not only do I have 2 laptops.
You do a brilliant job, though. You do a brilliant job.
Thank
you.
you.
Do a great job.
Thank you, Jack. That's really kind of you. It's all holding together. You know, we're still broadcasting live on Facebook, are we, Jack?
I believe so.
I think YouTube may have taken us down, but that's okay. We're not bothered about them.
We've been on Twitch the whole time.
We've been twitching. We've been periscoping as well, you know, over on Twitter. So and of course we're Spreaking on Spreaker. So we're
it's happening good so far.
We're multi-platforming. How's life, Jack?
Not bad. Been alright. Weather's dipped off a little bit now, but been pretty nice.
Yeah. Have you been dipping in the sea yet?
I have been in the sea, yeah.
You have been in the sea?
I have.
Good man.
It was still a little cold, but...
Which beach did you venture to?
Down on Goodrington, so...
Very nice, Jack. Very nice.
Yeah,
did you swim or did you just dip?
No, just a dip.
You didn't swim? No bit of breaststroke?
No.
Bit of, what's this one? Backstroke.
No.
Backstroking across Goodrington. Butterflying from Goodrington to Preston or something like that. No, Jack?
No, I don't think I can stay in the water that long.
No? Okay.
Might freeze to death.
Well, anyway, I'm going diving tomorrow. So I will let you know how cold it is when I've been underwater 15 metres deep for about an hour.
You kept that very quiet.
Yeah, well, I will let you know how cold the water is tomorrow, obviously.
If you see some fish?
Yeah, and if I see any sharks or crabs or...
Where are you going to do diving?
Meadfoot Beach.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So, looking forward to that. Jack,
that'd be cool.
Jack, do we have any divers in the room? Anyone ever dived?
No.
I want to.
Yeah, snorkelers? Any snorkelers?
I've done
I did as a child.
Snorkeling's great fun. I love snorkeling.
It's really fun.
Yeah, it's all good. No one's really mentioned my new hairdo yet, which it's okay. Don't worry, that's fine. I'm not that bothered.
We've already seen it though.
We've seen it on Zoom.
I've already seen it.
Gabe hasn't.
Very nice.
Gabe,
I haven't seen it.
I've gone for the Dennis Salter look. You might know who he is.
Yeah.
Pulled it off.
It's new to be fair.
Thank you, Gabe. Thank you. Well, I thought, you know, if there's any time when you can get away with having a real horrid haircut or horrid hair colour, then lockdown is the time.
Now.
Yeah, it is now. Now is the moment. Certainly. Jack, you picked a song for us, keeping in theme with the whole Black Lives Matter focus of today's show. What song have you picked for us, Jack?
I picked Do What by, you know, I can't remember off the top of my head who it's by.
Jack.
Come on, Jack.
Jack, you can't.
Jack, do you know what R&B stands for?
Yeah, I do actually.
What, because you just listened to us?
No, I knew before. I said it when I was listening.
Okay.
And you don't even know who sang Do What.
And you don't know who sang Do What. Who is it, Ricardo?
It's Miss Lauryn Hill, isn't it?
Miss Lauryn Hill. Here we are. Ocean Extra in lockdown. Here we go. Jack's choice that you can't remember.
Girls, you know you better watch out. Some guys are only about that thing.
Since you were looking for your friend, the one you let hit it and never called you again. Remember
when he told you he was about to Benjamins. You act like you ain't him, they give him a little trim to begin. Now you think you really gon' pretend like you wasn't down and you called him again. Plus when you give it up so easy, you ain't even fooling him. If you did it then you probably can. Talking out your neck saying you're a Christian, a Muslim, sleeping with the gin. Now that was the sin that did Jezebel in. Who you gonna tell when the repercussions spin? Showing off your ass cause you thinking it's a trend, girlfriend. Let me break it down for you again. You know I only say it cause I'm truly genuine. Don't be a hard rock when you really are a gem, baby girl. Respect is just the minimum. Nigga, you still defending them now. Lauren is only human. Don't think I haven't been through the same predicament. Let it sit inside your head like a million women in Philly pen. It's silly when girls sell their souls because it's sin. Look at where you be in. Hair weaves like Europeans. Fake nails done by Koreans. Come again. Yo, a win-win. Come again. To the man, more concerned with his rims and his Timbs and his women. Him and his man come in the club like hooligans. Don't care who they your fan, Papa Yang. You got yeah. Let's stop pretend. The one that pack pissed out by the waistman, crissed out by the casement. Still the name of this basement. The pretty face man claiming that they did a bid, man. Need to take care of their 3 and 4 kids. Been the face in court case when the child support's late. Money taking, heartbreaking. Now you wonder why women hate me. The sneaky silent man, the punk domestic violence man. The quick to busting them, stop acting like boys and be men. How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? How you gon' win when you ain't right within? Come again. Yo, come again. The red drink, come again. And six drink, come again.
All right, welcome back to Ocean Extra in lockdown. Sort of down-tempoed the mood there. That was a nice track by Jack. Or it wasn't by Jack. Jack, who is it by?
You have to ask me, didn't you?
Yes.
It's Lauryn Hill.
Well done, Jack. Hey, good.
It was the pressure of the moment. It was the moment.
Okay, don't worry. At least you weren't as bad as Dan, Corporal Carnage, 2 weeks ago, who played a song full of explicits and swearing, and he couldn't even be bothered to listen to the 3-minute track to tell me whether it had swearing in it. And about 30 seconds in, some bloke's on about what he's going to do to someone else. Anyway, Black Lives Matter. How do you think the show's gone? Have we mentioned enough about the topics? We need to explore it more. What do you think?
I think it's been good, I'd say. I think Ricardo said some good stuff at the beginning. We've been playing some good music. I think it's been going well.
Good. I think what's also worth sort of remembering during this period is, although there's been lots of negative press, there has been some positive press as well, hasn't there, at periods. Lots of folks, police officers, especially in America, who are sort of standing with and appreciating people's concerns at this time. Right, we have someone joining us, but hold on. Before we welcome them properly, we want to do the DJ reveal name like we did with Corporal Carnage the other day. We're going to do the DJ reveal name and we're going to play the drum roll. So after the drum roll, I want to hear our new guest, their DJ name. Ready for this? Okay.
Well, hello. Say it, or...
No, I was waiting for Kate to say it. So
yeah, me too.
So let's try that again. Kate, we want to hear your DJ name after the drum roll.
Ooh.
Do you want to know why it's DJ Runaround?
Okay.
I do it wrong. DJ Runaround!
Yeah, all right. Last time. It only took Dan twice to get this right. It's taken you 3 times.
Oh.
DJ Runaround!
That was better. That was okay. It's not quite as exciting as DJ Weapon, is it, from Dan?
Actually, it's DJ Runaround Town if you want the full name.
Okay, all right, great. Good.
Even better.
Yeah, DJ Runaround Town. DJ Runaround Town, you've joined us. Nice of you to join us. Why did you want to join the show so bad?
I was just feeling a bit left out and I kept chatting on Facebook but no one was responding.
Okay.
Kindly let me in.
It's been feeling a bit lonely. All right, okay. So we've been focusing on Black Lives Matter as our show for this week and the theme for our show. What's your thoughts on what's going on across the world at the moment? I know it's a big situation, but I mean, how do you think things will develop, and what positives do you think might come out of this? Hopefully.
Well, it's obviously really depressing to see it, and quite distressing, isn't it? To see the pictures, but on the positive note, I think it is really encouraging that so many people around the world have been galvanised by it, to kind of suddenly like take a fresh look at our own situation. For example, I think, you know, how racism is still so systemic in so many different places around the world, and how wrong that is. You know, and so in some ways it's quite encouraging as well to see so many white people out there demonstrating. Yeah, so I think it's in some ways it's a really helpful kind of way of sort of starting the conversation, really, because I think certainly I find it quite shocking that the education system in this country doesn't even touch upon colonialism and the
massively agree on that.
Legacy of the empire, slavery. You know, it's like, and so I think that is really, really important. And also, I suppose what I think is, did you hear what Clara Amfo said, Ricardo?
Yeah. She's been great in this, I think, like really voicing her opinion in a really poignant way. It was amazing.
Did you hear something that she said that I thought was really interesting or clever or powerful, whatever, all of those three, which she said, as a black person, like, people want our talent, but they don't want us. And I just thought that's so true. It's like black culture is so rich and, you know, it's just so successful. And it's like everyone sort of wants, you know, to have like black artists on the cover of Sunday supplements. And then, but when you actually, this is what really annoys me actually, when you read the reviews oftentimes in those publications, they're actually quite snidey about black music, but they always put black artists on the front of the cover. And I think that is that says a lot. But I mean, ultimately, black people need to be in the positions of power, you know, in the same way that women aren't, you know, and that women are sort of, you know, discriminated against systemically. I think there's a lot of similarity there. So yeah,
I think in some ways it's a positive, and I'm really happy to see America standing up as well and saying enough is enough, you know.
I think it will provoke real change in different countries, but because I think with different countries there's specific problems, really specific ones, and hopefully there'll be change in those certain different countries. I'm really hoping for a change in our education system here to include you know, things about Black heritage, Black history, systematic racism, lots of different things like that, because in primary school, when nobody's talking about that and you're not taught about Black history or any of that, you can only feel that actually you're not worthy. Your history is not worthy to be spoken about, and therefore actually clearly you're not worthy. And as when I was in primary school, that's all I felt. I wasn't worthy enough because my history, I knew nothing about my heritage, and to then not feel worthy. And really the only time I ever felt worthy was when people wanted to touch my hair. And although I felt like a toy and a possession, that was the only time I felt worthy at that time, because, well, if no one talks about your heritage, what is that? And, you know, I think it will make a real big change. And I am hoping that there is a change within the education system.
The trouble is, it's still white men who are in charge of deciding what everyone learns, isn't it? That's the problem.
Absolutely.
All white men are bad. Obviously not. That's not what I'm saying. But it's not healthy, is it? To have just strata of society making.
There was a thing where Michael Gove removed. There was certain poetry, you know, by black poets, and he removed those because there needed to be more British within the education system, and it's a very open quote, which is what he said, and he did it. So, you know, there needs to be change instead of going backwards, going forwards.
Did you listen to that Gil Scott Heron track, Ricardo?
I did. I loved it. It was really good. And then I started looking into him.
Sorry to chip in. I think what's important is that people, especially when you get to the age, guys, you vote. I think, you know, it's just as important to stand up and voice and protest and as peacefully, but also to vote. You know, that's what's most important, and I hope that's what Americans will be doing as well, is voting in the right way. So, DJ Runaround, you've come to join us. Are you going to play a track for us for sticking in with our theme?
I would do The Revolution will not be televised by Gil Scott Heron, if possible, please.
Okay. Well, that is actually going to be our last track for this week. So we will play that as our final track. So it's time to wrap up the show. Gabe, how's your migraine?
Yeah, it's okay, thanks. Yeah, it'll probably be a few more hours, but it's getting there.
Well, we've tried to down tempo the music. You know, there's no nuts drum and bass from Corporal Carnage this week, which is a relief, or no bass line from Jason either. So it's just, you know, it's been nice and chilled this week. I think the quickest tempo we've been at is probably about 120 or something with your Kerry Chandler track, hasn't it? So been nice and smooth this week. Thanks for joining us for your migraine, Jack.
Yes, I'm here.
When are you going swimming again, Jack?
I don't know. When it's sunny again, because I can't get out of the water and it's cold. Otherwise, I'm too cold. So it's got to be nice and sunny.
Okay, great. And Ricardo, will you be going swimming soon?
If it gets hotter, then yeah, I'll definitely go for a dip.
Okay. And Kate, have you been swimming yet?
I've actually been paddleboarding.
Oh, there we go. Paddleboarder.
I'm a Jack. It needs to be hot.
Oh, great. Okay, so I guess that brings us to an end of this week's show.
Great.
Thanks everyone for joining us. Ricardo, I'll let you wrap up the show.
Right. It's been a great show. It's been amazing to have this show where we've openly taught and played Black and people of colour artists, and it's brilliant that we've been able to have this platform. We're very lucky to have a platform and use it for the good. So thanks everyone for coming along, and thanks for putting your music in, and hopefully maybe you found out a bit more about some Black and people of colour artists. I definitely have myself. So it's been brilliant. This is Gil Scott Heron with The Revolution Will Not Be Televised on Ocean Extra for this Black Lives Matter show.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading a charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spyro Agnew to eat hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Schaefer Award Theater and will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on report from 29 districts. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still lights of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit that he has been saving for just the proper occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so damn relevant, and women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow, because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news and no pictures of Harry armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Keys, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, Engelbert Humperdinck, or The Rare Earth. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, the tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with Coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. The revolution will be no rerun, brothers. The revolution will be live.
This is Ocean Extra, in lockdown, broadcasting across Tor Bay.